Certainly. While the Indiana Jones films are fictional, they were inspired by the adventures of several real-life explorers and archaeologists. One of the most prominent figures often cited as a key inspiration is Roy Chapman Andrews, a daring American explorer, paleontologist, and naturalist whose exploits in the early 20th century captured the public's imagination, much like Indy's on-screen adventures. Here's the full true story of Roy Chapman Andrews, the real-life Indiana Jones. Early life, the making of an adventurer. Born January 26, 1884, in Beloit, Wisconsin. From a young age, Andrews was fascinated by nature, spending much of his time hunting, fishing, and collecting specimens. He worked odd jobs to pay for his education at Beloit College, where he studied biology and geology. First, in the American Museum of Natural History and Early Expeditions. In 1906, Andrews traveled to New York and talked his way into a job at the American Museum of Natural History, AMNH, starting as a janitor and taxidermist. He quickly proved himself as a skilled naturalist and was sent on expeditions to collect animal specimens, including whales and seals. His early adventures took him to Alaska, Japan, Korea, and the Dutch East Indies, Indonesia, where he survived dangerous encounters with wildlife and harsh conditions. The Gobi Desert expeditions, Dinosaur eggs, and bandits. Andrews' most famous exploits came in the 1920s when he led a series of groundbreaking expeditions to the Gobi Desert in Mongolia and China under the AMNH. His team was the first to discover dinosaur eggs, 1923, proving that dinosaurs laid eggs like modern reptiles. They also uncovered new species of dinosaurs, including one velociraptor wankar and wire, Protoceratops. The expeditions were fraught with danger, bandit attacks. Andrews and his team had armed guards and even exchanged gunfire with Mongolian bandits. Harsh conditions. Sandstorms, extreme temperatures, and political unrest made survival difficult. On the Flaming Cliffs, Wannabianzag, a legendary site where many fossils were found. We hear close calls and Indiana Jones-like escapes. Andrews survived multiple near-death experiences, including a close encounter with a charging bull elephant down in Ceylon, Sri Lanka, and sandstorms and deadly wildlife through the Gobi. Political conflicts in China during the rise of warlords and the Chinese Civil War. He often carried a revolver and wore a wide-brimmed hat, an image that likely influenced Indy's iconic look.